Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Cristian Ortiz, and I'm the community assistant at Amherst Hall. So, my role as community assistant is basically I will be serving as a mediator for our community, and basically I'll be handling situations such as roommate conflicts or any conflict that is around our building. And a little bit about myself, my hobbies are I love playing basketball. My favorite player is Russell Westbrook and Stephen Curry. And I love football, and my favorite team for football is Dallas Cowboys. And I am from Manassas, Virginia, so pretty local if you guys know the area. And yeah, so our mission, Housing and Residence Life, is committed to providing safe and well-maintenance, student-centered environment that's innovative, inclusive of global community. We are dedicated to creating a home that intrigues the experience of students, staff, and faculty. All students are expected to follow safety requirements, and once they return to residence hall, that these safety guidelines were created to keep residents safe to reduce the risk of spread of COVID-19 on campus. It is this expectation that all resident students will act with the best interest of the community during this time. Consequences, there are several new requirements student living on campus. These responsibilities are subject to change as Center Disease Control as Virginia Public Health recommend the changes. So I'll be going over some of the changes right now. So health questionnaire daily. Okay. Student health services require all students on campus to complete health questionnaire through catalog information that will be sent to your Mason email and how to access the questionnaire on the catalog app. And all the following at any guidance resulting from the questionnaire failure to complete the questionnaire that is required timeline format may impact students' ability to remain on campus. So guests this year. Residents or students are not permitted to have guests who are not also been approved to reside on campus with their same building, with the exception of the residence hall move in and move out. Events, functions of other gatherings in or outside the residence hall are prohibited unless coordinated or approved by housing, resident life, or designated campus partner. So basically, if your friend doesn't live in the same building as you, you cannot come. And like, if you want to host events, you need to get approval from me or from a supervisor or a campus thing. Masks. Okay, masks required except when you're in your room or by yourself. But when if you're in the residence hall, that you need to wear a mask at all times, just for the safety of others and making sure that we're following COVID guidelines. Social distancing. Social distancing means maintaining at least 6 feet distance between yourself and others. Social distancing should be practiced at all times. This includes, but is not limited to, student room, common space, bathrooms, and lobby area. So wherever you are, as long as that you maintain social distance, we should be good. Cleanness. Okay, all students are required to comply with the public health guidelines regarding hygiene related best practices, including hand washing. If there are low supplies or concerns about soap and paper towels, students should contact housing and resident life immediately. So basically, just ask me if we run low on hand soap or napkins in the bathroom. I will handle it right away. Housekeeping will perform routine cleaning on common areas, bathrooms, and the hallways. Students living on campus who create unchecked hygiene who are non-compliant with the housing and residence life policies or choose not to clean for themselves will go through the student conduct process and may be removed on campus housing as indicated above. So basically, if you don't at least try your best to make sure that you're cleaning, you will be there will be consequences if you don't clean up after yourself. Illnesses. If you believe you're ill and you're required to contact student health by telephone immediately. If you're experiencing medical emergencies, contact 911. After evaluation, student health are required to follow these instructions for your own health and safety as well as the larger community. In some cases, student health services or other medical professionals may deem it necessary for students self-isolate or self-quarantine. During the isolation period of students self-isolating, should avoid all unnecessary contact with others, both direct and indirect. As a result of housing residence life reserves the right to move a student from their assigned residence hall into a space deemed appropriate for isolation. For health and safety of all community members, any directive to relocate to move appropriate residential area for quarantine or isolation must be completed with immediately. The period of isolation will be determined on a case-by-case basis by medical professionals. Housing and residence life at Mason dining staff will provide appropriate assistance with meals, essential resources during the time period, but will not provide moving assistance. Residents are expected to immediately comply with directives written or verbal provided by housing and resident life employee, professional or student staff, depending on circumstances regulated by necessary to ensure safe living environments. A student may be required to relocate a short amount of time based on the need of HRL. Furthermore, students may be removed from housing due to incident involving policy violation, as well as circumstances that endanger the well-being of the community or hinders the normal of operations. So I'm talking about the community in case you got questions about maybe like locking out or you need help with stuff. So desks, Eisenhower and PMate desks are open 24/7 hours for assistance. The Eisenhower desk number is 703-993-2750. The Piedmont entire desk numbers are 703-993-9880. Mostly for my residents here, you'll be using the Piedmont desk in case you get locked out or reporting issues that are in the building. All formal communications from housing residents will be communicated by email to residents' Mason email accounts and accessible through their housing portal. Residents are expected to check on email regularly and ensure that their settings allow communications from housing@jmu.edu to go directly to their box. Mason 360. So you might have heard Mason 360. I'm going to explain it a little bit more. So every resident students will be added to Mason 360 page for important information and fun updates. Please make sure you download the app or visit mason360jmu.edu. So if you haven't downloaded the app, I would highly recommend download that. That's how we'll be commuting most of the time, since we're trying to force social distancing and make sure that everyone's safe during these times. So, for example, let me explain to you what do you do if you get locked out your hall. So, for us, you're going to visit the Piedmont area for your key if you get locked out. And if there's maintenance issues, you're going to report to Piedmont again in case there's any issues going on in your room or outside your hallways. Okay. So housekeeping staff. So housekeeping will regularly check up on the building. They will from time to time they will clean up the building. So if you see housing staff, try to avoid them. Just let them do their thing while you continue doing on your thing. And however, if there's an issue with housing keeping, if they are not cleaning stuff right, you can just come to me and I'll check it out to see if they are doing their job. And what they won't do is they don't do personal requests like cleaning in your room unless you get approved by Mason staff. Like if you get a call or call in for a like call in for a room clean, that they will go inside your room and clean if you allow them and if you put a call for it. So now let me talk about the George Mason Police Department. So the location of the police department is in front of the Rappahannock River deck. Okay, that's where the police station is in case you need to call police. So the contact number for our police department is 703-993-2810. And the website is www.jmu.edu/depts/police. JMU Police Force are state-certified police officers empowered to enforce all state and local laws on all George Mason campuses. Program that JMU PD into your cell phones. Always know where you are, and if you have to mark the call for help, use this number for police, fire, or medical assistance for emergencies. Available 24 hours On a day year-round, university officers are responsible for maintaining order in public streets, parking lots, grounds for campus, in addition to monitor bicycle and foot patrols. Reports stolen items issues ASAP. Campus escorts don't risk it call. For walking escorts 24/7 if you feel unsafe walking yourself anywhere on campus. Okay, so safety and policy review. Community standards are written housing and university policies, the student code of conduct, and residential student handbook that all Mason students are expected to follow. These policies are placed to keep Mason students safe and provide an environment that allow Mason students to be successful students who violate community standards are subject to documentation through the student conduct system. These items are non-negotiable. Policy overview. To touch on the following policies, refer them to the resident student handbook information which they can be found. Explain why these rules should be. Okay, okay, so here are some main policies you have to remember. Keys. Do not share your room key or swipe card. Remember to lock your door. Most of these happen because someone left their dorm room unopened. And if when you were to go to the shower, keep your key on you at all times. If you lose your key, visit the desk. If you're under 21, consuming alcohol is illegal. If you're under 21 and you're in a location where the alcohol is present, you're violating university policies. So basically, if you're 21, not 21, don't go anywhere near people drinking because that will get you in trouble. So, marijuana policy. Despite major changes to the criminality of marijuana in the Commonwealth of Virginia of July 21, 2020, marijuana is still a prohibited substance at George Mason University and is not permitted in the residence hall. Students who are found to be processed of using marijuana in the residence hall will still be referred to Office of Student Conduct and receive an outcome such as housing probation, depending on the circumstances. Student possessing and using marijuana will also be subject to intern action and may result in immediately temporary removal of the residence hall in order to address potential health and safety threats to the residence community. Smoking and vaping policies in accordance with the state law, students under the age of 21 are not permitted to purchase tobacco products. All residents are smoke free, including vape pens, jewel pods, and e-cigarettes. So none of those are allowed in the halls. Safety and security. For safety and security of all residence hall, personal belongings in the hall floor, don't prop doors in buildings. Do not let others take light into residence hall. So if they're not supposed to be here, don't open the door for them. If you see something suspicious within your community, say something. When the fire alarm goes off, the threat is real, and to get out of the building and away from the building, never assume fire alarms are false. So if you hear the fire alarm, get out. Never, never think twice. For your safety, so please sign up for Mason Alerts at jmu.edu to be informed of emergencies or affecting campus. Follow the instructions. Please download the Crisis EDU app for information about what to do during campus emergencies. So quiet hours. Hours begin 10 p.m. on Sunday through Thursday and at 12 a.m. On Friday and Saturday night, quiet hours are in place so that we can create an atmosphere that's respectful for all members and communities. So basically during those times, please try your best to keep it down in the respect of others. So, if you have roommate issues, if you have issues with your roommate, first talk to them, then talk to your CA. Many issues can be solved with conversations between you and your roommate. But since most of you are be living by yourself this year, this might not apply to you. But in case you have a roommate with the person next door, just let me know. Health and safety. So, health and safety inspections will occur. The date where it is to be determined will be posted before it happens. The inspections are designed to ensure that our community meetings are safe for people to live in. If you have any candles, extension cords, multiple adapters, please remove those items. If you have gotten your flags and current treated, let's let your community director flag treated will result in sell policies and and that's everything that I need to cover. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for everything, and I can't wait to see you guys. And hopefully we make this year the best we can. And as long as we follow all these policies and new rules, we should have a fun time. And can't wait to see you guys. And welcome back to Mason. Let's make this year enjoyable. Bye.